The streets talk about. If it ain't making money, ain't nothing to talk about. Keep my mind on them stacks, cause they do give you clout. If it's bread making, baby, I'ma always go that route. I done put my work in the streets, rapping shot on these beats. A lady man gon' stop, but a man I'm always gon' eat. Everybody can't do what I do, that's why I'm crushing the crew. From Chi-Town, Memphis, Tennessee, and all through the Lou.
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Album too, I came out of nowhere and I'm taking all of these suckers' juice. I keep my promo clothes, keep that powder out my nose. I'm staying focused, man, with 1,000,000 copies sold.
I tell your mama you ain't shit.
Say my name. What's my name? Say my name. Stayed on my green. I ain't never gonna let nobody talk me out of rolling with my team. Y'all know what I mean. It's money hungry fiends. They think they can outsmart you by selling you. But I stay grinding cause I'm bread making, homie. And they can't figure me out because they really don't know me. You got that paper, show me. My mama didn't name me, told me. These suckers want slaves, but I'm shaking them like Kobe. It's real in the field. I'm the lion on the meal. I'm the hollow point tip, pointing at you, ready to kill. These suckers gotta chill, but ask brother Will. The king is in the building, so you haters take a kneel.
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Say my name.
I tell your mama.
What's my name?
This Chicago, nigga.
Well. I was trying to see who was going to join me and to talk about the disparity. That's right, bars. Yeah. So we have a situation that is true, that is real, and I just could not take it any more. I'm just saying, with the CBA going in a direction in favor of the players, of course, as we see, we got to now have to shine light on what is real, what has happened, and what has transpired in the WNBA. There are no black women nowhere to be found that is a head coach of any WNBA team, with 15 teams now being in the W. Not one black woman in the all-women's league is there to coach. Not one Hall of Famer is there to coach. Not one female is there. I see you, Brian Allen Hands. I see you, brother. Thank you for the $2 super chat. I appreciate you very much. Welcome to the Gingerbread Man Show. This is Steady Serving Sports ENT, an extension of Simply Ball Dropping Podcast with my main man, K-Sap. What's up, K-Sap? Shout out to the Full Court Trio. Shout out to the Players Club. Listen, man, we have to talk about a subject that is very, very dear to me. We have to talk about a subject that, you know, we have to absolutely keep it real with ourselves. Why is this way? Why is it in the despair that it is? what channel has been hit that these black coaches have no jobs and have no place in the WNBA. This is basically what they're telling us. And this is basically what it is. Not just how it panned out or how it looks and what it looked like with, you know, the actualization of disparity of the women being a coach. I mean, all of the Hall of Famers that have applied to become a coach in the WNBA has not been on the money. I mean, we saw Lisa Leslie talk about how when she put in her, you know what I mean, her hat in the ticket, you know, Lisa Leslie put her hat in the ticket to be a head coach in the WNBA. We saw how that went. We saw her actually talk about how that went and her putting out applications for the job, and it did not transform itself into hiring a Hall of Famer. You know, thanks to Angel, you know what I mean, bringing it to light and putting the GOAT on her show. She told about how, you know, how she was passed over with the W in itself on Angel's podcast. Here you go. We're gonna bring it up. Lisa Leslie talks about it. A second, let me bring this up. Sorry, guys.
I won't for a WNBA team. You know what? I'm going to say this for the first time. I put my name in a hat to coach this year for 2 teams, all the way down to the end. I won't say who those 2 teams are, but I did not get the job. Picked. And I felt like I would never make another attempt to go into coaching. Really? In the WNBA. Yes. Because, you know, it's like you got to be 10 times as great as a Black woman in this industry. There's only one left, I think. One left. When I tell you that who these people hired is not better than me and what I could do for this team and players, but it's okay because I, again, am a very much that what's for you is for you. Yes. And that's not for me, and I'm okay with that. So I will never attempt to coach in the WNBA again. Will you ever be a head coach?
Oh, we gonna fix that, T. Camilla. We'll fix it. The thing is that hey, look, even AI can't tell the coach because it ain't none. hey, look, even AI can't tell who is who because it ain't no coaches. You know what I mean? Put this picture under Tanisha Wright. So the thing is that I don't like to have to watch a game like this expand this way. And we don't have no representation of the greatness that all of these Hall of Famers, Cynthia Cooper, Cheryl Swoops, Cheryl Miller, she coached for a while in the WC, says she don't want to do it again because of the way things has transformed and came out. But I mean, there's so many great coaches. There's so many great people that can be able, you know what I'm saying, to actually coach this game, and they're not letting Black females in at this particular moment. At this particular merger, we have saw that this has not happened What's up, Sister Bernadette? What's going on? So the disparity of this is just, I mean, diabolical. There's no explanation why it should be no female black coaches in the WNBA. There's no excuse, and it makes me extremely pissed off by them doing it this way, and doing it in our face and laughing in our face as if y'all take it is what it is and shut up, and all we want you to do is dribble. Here's Cheryl Reeves, y'all.
In the league that we had real, it wasn't that long ago when Bill Laimbeer was in the league that we had real concerns, not anything that Bill was, I'm just trying to get you a timeline. It wasn't that long ago. We were on calls and creating positions that were the equivalent of a development player that were to go to former players, which obviously we would know that would lead to black females, because without those opportunities, they just weren't happening. It's really concerning to me that I think this happened in, when Title IX came along, that when there was more money, so there were more women coaching pre-Title IX than there were post-Title IX, because then there was more money. And if there's more money, then it becomes more important. If it becomes more important, then white men, are typically thought of in that space. And so I'm concerned for sure, because it feels like the same thing. All of a sudden, what we're getting. I'm not somebody, they say, oh, I should be the best person for the job. And we know that's code for, for too long. It's been code for, it's not women nor black women. And so we have to find, all of a sudden, what we're getting. I'm not somebody, they say, oh, I should be the best person for the job. And we know that's code for, for too long. It's been code for, it's not women nor black women. And so we have to find, I think, a solution to that. I think we should put a task force together on that. We have, I'll stop there. And so I have strong opinions about it. And so, yes, I appreciate the question. And I think we should shine a light on that. And I think we should figure it out.
When you say task force,
it wasn't that long ago when
What's going on, MDT? We just cannot let people just sit here and do this type of thing. We cannot let people sit here and get away with the outward of not supporting black women in this league where it is predominantly black women. Does that make any sense to anybody? I don't think it makes sense to anybody. It's like, I don't know what to tell you. I think that, sitting here crying about it, I'm not willing to do that. but I definitely think that we should act and be more activists about the situation. I think that we should be I think that we should be proactive in just writing the WNBA and letting them know that we're seeing them. We see what they're doing. You know what I mean? And we don't like it. We don't like it, even though a lot of people like, man, ain't nothing gonna happen, bro. Claude, this and that. But I'm gonna do my letter. I'm gonna show you guys my letter, and I'm gonna actually write the WNBA because it makes no sense that Kathy Engelberg, she don't care. That's what I'm trying to tell you. She don't care about what your feelings is about Black women not being hired in the WNBA. She don't care about that. You think she care about you having some type of emotion about how that's supposed to go? It's not her. She's a businesswoman, so she don't have the tolerance or the withdrawal to actually, you know what I mean, to give a hoop. You know what I mean? To give a hoop. And I'm trying to be nice about it, but she don't have it in her to actually care. Kathy Engelberg is a money woman. You heard what Nafisha Kaya said. You know what I mean? You heard what Nafisha Kaya said. She said that the girl Kathy Engelberg do not give a care. She is about money, and that's all. If it meets and matches the bottom line, cool, she'll pay attention. But other than that, if it don't meet the bottom line of what she owns, she ain't trying to hear nothing what you talking about, all that complaining. She like, wipe your eyes. I got y'all here, right? You know what I'm saying? I got y'all here. So, Kathy Engelberg don't want to hear none of that. You know what I'm saying? So I would let me do this for y'all real quick. Let me do this real quick. Chat. Match the names of the coaches with the thumbnails, the pictures uploaded. Yeah, that AI messed up all of the names. But y'all get what I was trying to do for us putting it up. But me personally, y'all, I know that I'm sick and tired of just stepping back and just letting people do the things that they want to do to us, and we always have to play the game. We always, you know what I'm saying, ADP? Okay, okay. I want you up here anyway. It's like we have to take a back seat to something that we have a front seat. And they have no obligation. This is my whole point about slavery, right? And a lot of people be like, oh, bro, Claude, it's not really, this is not the setting or whatever, you know what I'm saying, for to talk about it. So then who gonna talk about it? Who's gonna point it out? Who's gonna point it out? Who's gonna say something about the disparity of the Black women not having the opportunity to have a goddamn team in this league? Are you cowardly? Are you weak? What is wrong with you? Are you just like you don't care long as you get to be entertained? Are you one of those people? Or is it like this, man? Here, she dropped some science over here. Shout out to Hill for making this video right here.
How
This makes
many
a lot of
WNBA head coaches are Black women? Now, before you answer, here are a few things to consider. 70% of the league is Black. At the end of the 2022 season, half of the league's 12 coaches were Black, with 3 of those 6 coaches being Black women. And there were 8 head coach openings this last WNBA offseason. Ready for the answer to the question? 1. That's how many Black women are head coaches in the WNBA. Now, that's a bizarre and, to be honest, an embarrassing statistic for a league that is overrepresented with Black women in terms of the players. But the league having just 1 Black woman is far from a low point, because as recently as 2020, there wasn't a single Black woman serving as head coach in the league. But this isn't a new issue for women's basketball, but just a carryover from what we've seen at the college level too. Now, I'm not calling anyone racist. I'm just taking a closer look at the systems and structures, because they are often designed to be inequitable. Even if we're talking about a women's sport, where there is often an assumption that equity is a natural byproduct. The WNBA has often received high praise for its diverse hiring. The Institute for Diversity in Ethics in Sports has given the league an A+ for its racial and gender hiring practices every year the league has been in existence. Now, full disclosure, Dr. Richard Lapchak, the director of the Institute for Diversity and Ethics in Sport, is someone I have a deep respect for. We've worked closely together many times, and he is internationally respected as a civil rights leader. But the numbers from his institute don't quite tell the story, and certainly not the full history.
I want to know, though, will you ever be a head coach for a WNBA team? You know what? I'm going to say this for the first time. I put my name in a hat to coach this year for 2 teams, all the way down to the end. I won't say who those 2 teams are, but I did not get the job. And I felt like I would never make another attempt to go into coaching. Really? In the WNBA. Yes. Because, you know, it's like you got to be 10 times as great as a Black woman in this industry. There's only one left, I think. One left. When I tell you that who these people hired is not better than me and what I could do for this team and players, but it's okay, because I, again, am a very much that what's for you is for you. Yes. And that's not for me. And I'm okay with that. So I will never attempt to coach in the WNBA again.
Now, if your counter argument to Lisa Leslie not getting a WNBA head coaching opportunity is that she lacks coaching experience, keep in mind that she did coach in the Big 3 in 2019. And that same year, she not only won a Big 3 championship, but she was also named Coach of the Year. Now, let's say you want to dismiss that too. Well, when it comes to male coaches, the WNBA hasn't had a problem hiring them despite their lack of experience in coaching women. Now, sometimes it's worked out, as was the case with Bill Laimbeer and Michael Cooper, who both brought their respective teams WNBA championships. And sometimes it's been disastrous, as was the case with Derek Fisher, who was hired to coach the LA Sparks despite a terrible coaching record with the New York Knicks. Fisher, who had never coached women before, finished with a 54-46 record with the Sparks and infamously benched Candace Parker in a playoff elimination game, which ultimately became one of the reasons that Parker left the Sparks to play for the Chicago Sky. Now, some have questioned whether the hiring pool is deep enough and if the WNBA is in a position to attract solid WNBA coaches. But is it lack of candidates and money, or lack of intention? Now, there's a good pool of former players to choose from, including LaToya Sanders, Breon January, and Christy Tolliver, all of whom are currently WNBA assistants and have served in the league as assistants for multiple years, with Tolliver also having coached at the NBA level. As for money, that's also about intention too. The Phoenix Mercury hired Nate Tibbetts in 2023 and immediately made him the highest paid coach in the WNBA with a reported salary of $1.2 million a year. Now, Tibbetts was an NBA assistant for 12 years, but prior to the Mercury, he never coached women's basketball. He came into the league making more money than Las Vegas Aces head coach Becky Hammon, who won back-to-back WNBA championships played in the WNBA, and was an NBA assistant under Greg Popovich.
Please
now, this is no shade to
the
Tibbetts,
names,
but he's somewhat of an example of the built-in sexism that women coaches face. The WNBA has this history of hiring men who have never coached women's basketball and giving them premium salaries and opportunities. And conversely, there also is a trend of being more impatient when it comes to Black coaches. In the offseason, the Chicago Sky fired Teresa Witherspoon, one of the league's most decorated and fiercest players, after just one season. The Atlanta Dream also fired Tanisha Wright after just 3 seasons. Now, there is understandable concern that now that there is more money in women's basketball and more substantive growth, the fear is that this will mean more opportunity for men and not for women. Before the NCAA included women's sports, more like they were forced to oversee women's sports because of a court order, women's sports were governed by the Association for Intercollegiate Athletics for Women. Now, when women were governing women's sports, over 90% of women's teams were coached by women. By the early 1980s, after the NCAA took over, that number had declined to 51%. And today, roughly 60% of women's sports at the college level are coached by men. Meanwhile, guess what percentage of men's college sports are coached by men? 95%. Black women account for 12% of head coaching positions in college basketball across all divisions. 30% of the players who play women's college basketball are Black. But considering 90% of Black women who play college basketball graduate with a degree, that right there should provide somewhat of a supply of coaching candidates. Now, the WNBA is riding a strong upward trajectory, and as the league grows, their standard shouldn't be to do things exactly as the men. It should be their goal to not only make money, but create a new standard of empowerment and opportunity for women, not just do the same things we've already seen before. I'm Jamel Hill, and I approve this message. Pop quiz, boys and girls.
So ADP, I'm going to let you go ahead and shoot because I know you like this subject.
Hey, Bro Claude. Hey, chat. So if you guys remember watching the clip, if you haven't, it's good to rewatch when Teaspoon and Quinn and all the Black coaches, well, put it like this, all the Black coaches from, Unrivaled, they were in a circle. And you know how Teaspoon is. Teaspoon is definitely a leader. You could definitely tell in the group with all the coaches that and how she's speaking life into everybody. So she knew, because you remember Quinn broke down a little bit when she was talking about, what happened to her as far as her coaching in the W. But this is what listen, guys, it wasn't until, and it's sad to say this, that when more and more eyes got back onto the W, that's when you seen where they wanted to shift the change with the coaches, and not just any coaches. It was the Black women coaches that they were trying to get rid of, out of the W. We'll see one here and there to finally we don't have any, and they put us where, they put us as assistants. We're nobody's assistants, but that's what they want us as assistants. No, that if you think that's okay, it's not. And their whole agenda is getting the male NBA coaches over there to the W, and you see how that's working out. It would be great to have more Black women coaches back into those leading roles, because they definitely can make a difference. And the passion that they have for the players, that is built on a majority of being Black players, you will see better results. So yeah, Bro Clyde, it is very sad. And you have some critics that may argue that Black women coaches often receive fewer opportunities to return as head coaches after being fired compared to some of the other coaches groups. And so which is sad too, and not getting the fair chance, as we've seen that with Teaspoon coming into the Sky. You know, they gave her 1 year, where you have someone like a Tyler Marsh, who is yet still in the second year and has not done nearly as close to what Teaspoon was doing. You can argue all you want about Noelle Quinn, guys. Noelle Quinn has did her thing. I think that it was just time that Quinn needed a different environment, but you can't take away Noelle Quinn being a great coach. You can't take that away from her. And I watched that interview with Lisa Leslie, with her and Angel, you know, talking about that. And Brooke, like, if you just hear her voice and the whole conversation when it got to that point, how she was dead serious. Like, I can imagine, you know what I'm saying, going into these rooms and know you got you got everything behind you, but yet you mean to tell me I'm still not good enough? And these people that have less experience than me, they actually got the job. And we seeing how it's turning out across the league. We need that balance of women coaches in the league, especially with our Black players, because they are a part of that community, so they can they understand better. You know what I'm saying? They understand, like, the Kennedy Carters and, you know what I'm saying, the Angel Reeses, and what to do and what not to do. And just because, now I'm gonna say this too, Bro Clyde, not every player, women basketball player is great at coaching. Some can play the game forever, but if you got a Swing Cash, Cheryl Swoops, you know what I'm saying, Teaspoon, and I mean Cynthia Cooper. I mean, you see what Cynthia Cooper did with Dallas, and then they turned around, they won that game. So these vets, these women vets who've been in the game for forever, who have retired, you know what I'm saying, in the W, should be in their coaching. But their whole agenda, when it started to have more eyes and faces on it, is to get the NBA coaches over there and to wipe out women coaches completely. But you know, it's sad that the Black coaches were first, you know. So the number of Black head coaches in the WNBA has changed significantly over time. At some points, nearly half of the league's head coaches were Black, while at other times the number has dropped sharply. Now we have none, guys. Recent reporting noted that the league has gone through periods with very few Black female head coaches, despite Black women making up a large percentage of players, right? And why is this such a conversation and an argument, Bro Clyde? Because we have players that will benefit from seeing this leadership that reflect their experiences. Former players bring unique knowledge of women's game. Also, I did the show earlier on Candace Wiggins. So now, you know, and everything that went on with Candace Williams when she retired. So, Broke, like, now we're seeing that more and more in the WNBA. Not only just those type of things, we're also seeing it with Angel Reeves. And if they had the those women coaches in line to, fight for them and have their back, a lot of this stuff wouldn't be happening. So that you're a threat when they want to get rid of you. You're a threat when we have none in as head coaches. Yeah, we got assistants, but we are nobody assistants. But we, I know people, players take it because they love the game, Bro Claude. But at the end of the day, we're good to be assistants. But you telling me we're not good to be head coaches? No, kick rocks with that. We are the most beautiful queens and strong women in the world of basketball.
In the world.
In the world. Yeah. And in the world of basketball, Bro Clyde, and it's sad because you also see this, guys. You see this in acting and all that, where the Caucasian women speak up for the players, for the actress to get the same pay. A lot of them took pay cuts or whatever, but they shouldn't have to. we have to speak for our people. That's what it equals up to. We have to speak for our people. Yes, it's great they speak for us, but they can't always relate to our culture. So we have to speak up for others so that these Black coaches can come back in here. We have to make a statement. We have to stay on it, because pretty soon it's going to be wiped out with all women coaches, period, the way they going, the way they want it set up. And it doesn't matter how much weight you carry into the W, they're going to be trying to replace you with an NBA coach or an ex-NBA coach. So I see it's been a pattern. I think Noelle was the last one once she broke Claude.
He was a very last Black coach, female.
And you don't even, people don't even understand, Bro Claude, how behind closed doors, how much the women have to go through just to be coaching these jobs, and what they have to deal with in a supposedly male role. Even though it's not a male role, it could go both ways. It could be, 50-50, but some of the world don't see it like that. So this is a good subject, because it was sad. You could just tell, Bro Clyde, when Noelle Quinn, they was in that circle, and Teaspoon, she gave her all her flowers, uplifting her and stuff like that. And you got to remember, these players that used to play together, or the Black coaches, they stick together. They know each other. They know, yes, that one. That's a good one to play, Bro Claude. Because guys, you will see what I'm talking about in this circle if you take it back. And he did a great interview with this. And I land, Bro Claude.
You guys take a listen. Me and ADP is on this subject, and you know what? I always, ADP, we me, I'm gonna drop a show at least once a month on consciousness, right? On what we need to be doing and paying attention to. Because some of you
got to get back to that, Bro Claude. Now, guys, when Bro Claude started his channel, and some people, coming at the side eye, and some had a problem with it, but Bro Claude still stuck to his guns and still spoke up. When he was talking about the businesses, when he was talking about everything with, with our Black community, some listened and some didn't. But thank you, Bro Claude, because that's something that is great for us to listen to, especially in this time.
Yes, ma'am. We're going to keep on doing it. And then I would like, in particular, for this to be mine and your show. And we'll do it as many times as you're able to be free a month. And we'll get these type of agendas in, because, I know that we're not shooting for a pro-Black channel. We are shooting for a universal channel where all whites, Blacks, yellow, purple, red, brown, whatever color you are included in what we do, because what we're talking about is a universal thing, which is basketball. Basketball universe, everyone, every color, every nationality, and everywhere around the world likes the game of basketball, which of course was galvanized by us Black people. But if you look back in the days, we weren't even able to play when the ball was invented, because it originally come from an African type of thing that, the originator who invented the basketball. Some of you don't even listen. Some of you don't even know who created the damn basketball. I mean, seriously, how much of a despair could it be that you don't even know that James Naismith invented the basketball in 1891, December the 21st. Some of you guys don't even understand the education of it all. He was teaching at an international YMCA, you know what I mean, in the school in Springfield, and he invented the basketball. Got the crates, you know what I mean, with the soccer ball, and he started putting it in a basket. You guys don't even know that, and you up here, you come into this room, you come into this place. I'm gonna educate those one who want to learn. I'm not saying that anyone is not educated in it, but you guys, some of you guys see the name and don't even know who created the actual basketball. We have to be able to have knowledge and understanding of what we're talking about. And then a lot of people like, I don't care nothing about who created basketball. All I care about what I see. Well, how you gonna care about the leaves and the branches and you don't care about the root? That's
right.
EP, you know what I'm saying? So we gonna go ahead and talk about this, man, and let the circle speak, and we gonna come in and out of this because of the law of use we're using here on this channel. And then, you know, guys, we'll be tapping in and out on comments and each one who speaks.
A lot of times, if you think about Black women in coaching, like, people tend to put us in a box. We have every type of Black woman here. And I think that's powerful, and credit to Unrivaled for giving us that platform to be able to do that.
When the Unrivaled Basketball League tipped off its second ever season on January 5th, it did so with 5 of its 8 teams being led by Black women. It's a striking display of representation for Black female head coaches at the professional level, especially considering the coaching makeup of other women's pro sports leagues. Unrivaled is telling a different story.
Just don't want it to be just the traditional line.
Hell yeah!
Joining me are Teresa Weatherspoon, Noelle Quinn, Nola Henry, Rena Wakama, and Ronika Hodges for a conversation on the state of coaching for Black women in professional basketball.
We are who we are. We're the best. We'll meet up with anybody. It doesn't matter.
Let's do it. Have we started the group chat yet?
We'll start it though. I'll start it up.
It's going to be called the Collective.
Okay.
Like that.
I like it.
Like that.
You know, something I really love about this group is just the variety of kind of experiences that you all have. If we can kind of just talk about how special this is, this collection, this group, coaching and Unrivaled this season.
It's powerful. You think about an opportunity to be surrounded by amazing Black women in this capacity and this amount. It's not normal. I'm just so happy to be a part of it because support matters. And sometimes in this industry, you don't always get the support that you need.
The word that comes to my head is community. Like, we are building a community and it's needed. I can go and talk to Spoon anytime. I could go and talk to Ree anytime. I could go and talk to Nola anytime. And sometimes you just need that, you know? You need somebody else to lean on. Yes, we want to be competitive, but sometimes we do need that support. And I think us building this community here at Unrivaled is going to be great for all of us.
High energy, high effort. We good? All right, here we go.
So they had to come. Shout out to Unrivaled, first of all.
Right. Yes.
Shout out to Unrivaled, because y'all don't understand how unique Unrivaled is, guys. Y'all got to understand that. Listen, this Unrivaled League, shout out to Stewie, shout out to Fee, the Ives, the people that galvanized, that put this thing together, because these women would have lost their salary this year. Do y'all understand that? All of these women, except for Wakama, because she's the assistant coach still on the Chicago Sky, and Noelle, what's my baby name? From the Rose. What's her name?
Nola.
Nola is over there on the
Aces as assistant.
On the Aces with Becky. But outside of those two, everybody else, the Hall of Famers don't got no jobs. The Hall of Famers ain't got no jobs. And they assistant coaches. They're not Natalie Nakasa.
So you know what they did too, Roclot, is a lot of Teaspoon, Ty Young, Swin Cash. They all with this new CBA opening doors for our vets. It's like for them to be more and more on shows as being analysts and stuff like that. So now you're seeing a lot of, you know, the women coaches being analysts. And I don't know, but I think the pay is more. I have to check into it than if they were like a head coach, but I have to see. But yeah, that's what like Teaspoon and them are up to now. They all are on different sports shows talking about sports and stuff.
All right, let's go forward.
What you want to do is save hundreds with Liberty Mutual Custom.
Beverly, we're being too reactive.
Well, something I think about a lot is in 2021 during your introductory press conference, where you virtually named every Black female head coach, the head coach in the WNBA. It took you just 17 seconds to do that. And if you updated that, only 2 more names would have been added. What I'm kind of getting at is kind of talking about the weight that exists for Black female head coaches and, carrying that. Can you kind of describe, what that is and what that's like as you kind of walk through your own experience last year? You were the only Black female head coach in W.
It's indescribable unless you, put on our shoes and our clothes and wear the burden that we have sometimes. You will never understand. These guys know and understand. And I know I was in a significant role that was not only for me. It was for whoever came before me to make sure I honor them. And it was for whoever is going to continue to come after me. To be one of however many, it is at times tough, for lack of a better word, but also it is an honor.
Can I just add this for Noelle, because she spoke heavy. She spoke some heavy words of what it's like to be in that position alone. She was in that position alone, and she had to feel like I'm holding up the next woman to come, the next Black woman to come. You need to know that the job that you did, it was well done. It was well done. And you handled yourself so well, so you left the door open for the next Black woman to come in. You need to know that.
Defensive execution and activity is there. We gotta rebound.
Because a lot of times what happens is when we talk about the room, we're not lucky to be in the room. We're not lucky to be in the room. You all are the missing piece in the room. You are the solution that's missing in the room. And that's what we got to continue to hold on to, is we are the missing piece that's not in the room.
Go get it in. Tell Kia, get it in. Action.
With a situation like this, for this unrivaled season, does that weight feel less? Maybe it doesn't feel as burdenous as maybe it typically has been in other situations or leagues or experiences?
I know that there's pressure in every situation, but I kind of want to remove the word weight from my head and just think about it like this is an opportunity for all of us. It's preparation. It's a training ground. It's a chance for us to implement a system. It's a chance for us to continue to grow as coaches and understand a little bit more about who we are, who we want to be, how we want to give to these athletes. And for me, that's how I stay refreshed.
Yeah, similar. It's like, I don't think of it as much as a weight, although it feels at times like a weight. I don't think of it as a weight. I think of it more as a responsibility. It's a responsibility to lead the best athletes in the world. And with that responsibility comes all sort of expectations and pressures and all of those things, but that's what you sign up for. It feels more like an honor, a privilege, and then a responsibility that you have anytime you're in a position of leadership.
Kind of going off of that, how would you kind of describe the state of coaching for Black women in pro basketball right now?
Come on, Spoon.
All we ask for is the correct opportunity, equal opportunity.
They're pushing in. If they get it, we're going for a steal. And then we're left with 3-on-2. In this league, that's a quick bucket.
Hawk fan, set the flare. Hawk fan, is the slip there. See if the shot's not there.
Does optimism still prevail despite these challenges and these barriers that you go up against? Does it have to prevail almost to continue your journeys?
Absolutely, there's optimism. Absolutely.
When I think about all 5 of us and the journey that we had, we are trained to be optimistic. So we continue to go, regardless of what happens. We continue to put our best foot forward and let the chips fall where they may.
Also, piggyback off of that, I think it's also opportunity when there's former players that are Black women that have opportunities to be in positions of leadership. Not even just coaching leadership, but even front office leadership. When you have other people of color, the person that comes to mind right away is Jazz Thomas. And that's somebody who, again, will help to push forward what we're sitting here talking about, Black women just being provided equal opportunities.
And I go a little.
I mean, that's deep. Like, super
real deep. Yeah, real deep.
It's super deep. Do y'all understand that these women, guys, for the lack of better words, they was being pissed on.
Yep.
They were being trampled on. They were not they are not being paid attention to, and they don't care. That the WNBA and Kathy Engelberg don't give a goddamn about these young ladies. They don't care.
No.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, a perfect example of that, guys. If you really want to know something, check this out. And Big Girl brought this to my attention when I didn't know that. I knew she went over there, but I didn't know the details. Where Cynthia Cooper went over there, and they did a practice with Cynthia Cooper, and they wound up kicking the Aces' butt. Mm-hmm. Also. So that's a perfect example of our vets can make a difference. They do know the game. And guess who in charge of Dallas? Men coaches. Whereas you have Cynthia Cooper, a vet who go over there and show them how to open up a can of I'm gonna whoop your butt to win the game. Also, mm-hmm. guys, if you remember, Teaspoon Bro Clark was on the show after the game, or I think it was either before the game, or whatever. She demonstrated how they could stop the Aces, how they could stop Asia, and everybody said she was correct in everything she said. So there go Teaspoon, who didn't get a fair chance. Renika Hodges, she's assistant, you know, and she coached her butt off in Unrivaled. Absolutely. You see what I'm saying? So if we don't, I know I do too, Tiffy and Cole. And so we know these women, they can do the job. What happens is they don't get the fair chance to prove themselves before they're X'd out, or people don't realize where they need a shift from that environment or from that team to go to another team. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I just felt like Bro Clyde Quinn needed to just go to a different team, different environment. But you notice, guys, in Unrivaled, what Quinn was trying to do, it was working, with the young intern. It actually was working. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Imagine her doing that in a whole year time frame with the young intern. So this just
over there on Washington.
Right. This just goes to show that there are Black women coaches are a threat because they know how to dominate and execute. Go ahead, Bro Clark.
I would say this. This show. This is your show, ADP. This is y'all league, and I don't try as dominant as I am as a young man. And of course, me raising 8 daughters, I understand the different at least 10 times, 10 different women, including my mother, my wife, and my daughters, on how you guys, need to be handled. Everything is different. Everybody is not the same. Our nieces, it's different ones. Bree is different from Naya, and Tori is different from Sahana, and even different. Even Dream is different in her growing up as a baby in this house. You got what I'm saying? So you guys are, the Black women have been disrespected, dishonored in every single field. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to shine the light on all of these top players, all of these people. If it's Paige Beckers, if it's Caitlin Clark, they look up to Black female players. It wasn't that, only Black female players was only picked to play this game. Black female players was the ones who were the Hall of Famers, the most talented players that they went out. It's multitudes. If you don't believe that Jeff Pagliosha wanted to be a European team over here in Chicago, if you don't think and don't believe that most of these players, look at Portland. I'm just saying they want to whitewash a whole bunch of these situations that comes to the dominance of Black women in particularly. And I'm not making it up. If I was making it up, why aren't there Black women in the WNBA? There are definitely enough qualified Hall of Famers. that knows and has a mind, not just the intelligence of just being a player, but they have the intelligence, the highest IQ. Teresa Witherspoon with the highest IQ got fired for a Tyler Marsh that took him 2 seasons just to win 1 game more than Teresa Witherspoon. Now he's in game 13, and come on, man. These people think that they can go ahead and put the banana down, you know what I mean, up tailpipe pause. But I'm just saying, they think that they can fool us and give us food. And it's a lot of us that is fooled by this because of the fandom of it all, right? Because of how it is, you know what I mean? And then you have those people put in general spots like Sue Bird running the USA. But I like that Carol Lawson is the coach of the USA team. You got what I'm saying? So I'm good with that. They make it even, right? It's an even kill with that type of thing. You feel me? And she picked her staff and, you know what I mean, all of the people that's running under Carol Lawson. I'm good with that. But God damn it, we got 15 teams in the WNBA and not not one black woman is here. And like I said, ADP, I'm going to write my letter. I'm going to get it. I'm going to do what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? On ChatGPT, going to get it right and nice. And you know what I mean? And I'm going to send it out. And I'm going to send an email to Kathy Engelberg and the WNBA Council. I'm going to send one to Adam Silver. It's because they cannot go another year without black women being a head coach. Not one more year. Not one more year. That's disrespectful. It's totally disrespectful. You mean to tell me that not one black woman knows the game of basketball at this point in 2026 on this level and in the growth of the WNBA? And then there was black women that got us there, hear all of this. I mean, in the transition, as they went off, like Teaspoon said, you start seeing it cut in half.
Mm-hmm.
When they added 12 teams, it was only 6 black coaches.
Yep.
It was mostly dominated by the black women coaches that was there before us that won rings and went in that Hall of Fame bracket and got their pictures on the wall. But now we are in a situation where now the disparity is such an outcry for the disrespect and the despising, taunting, playing in our face with black women being there, knowing that they're available, and these black young ladies playing, they can't even hear ADP. You know, we taught in the military and also, you know what I'm saying, and how I come in the military structure, you know, you respond more to the face that you're familiar with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And you know, that's how you can get like the best out of your players too. When you also have that, when you have a league that's built on majority of, black players.
Imagine what El Quinn would be doing over there on Atlanta Dream. Imagine what Teaspoon or Lisa Leslie or, you know what I mean, or even Cheryl Swoops.
Yep. Cheryl Swoops, Twin Cash. I mean, oh my gosh, we have so many great vets. And look at how the Suns are. Even if you're a team that tanks, you don't tank like that. Not no 2 to 15 games, especially when you got a team over there with Anissa Morrow, Sanaa Rivers. Come on, guys, like that is crazy.
Got that man over there. They got that man over there doing that thing.
Completely, like, I mean, 2 to 15. I mean, I've seen teams that allegedly, may tank or whatever, but bro, Claude, not like this. Not like that. So you mean to tell me you can't get a Teaspoon, Swin Cash, Noel Quinn, or somebody to go over there, even if they lose games? I promise you, it will be a whole lot different.
It's definitely different, a whole lot different. And I know this to be true. He should be fired. He should not even be over there. You got what I'm saying?
That's crazy word, bro, Claude.
So let them try that shit in Houston, though, in Chocolate City.
No, because this can, I don't think he probably won't even be there next year. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? You know what they're gonna try to do? You think they're gonna pull in the black woman coach? No, they're gonna try to get another NBA ex coach, or they're gonna try to get someone from from college or whatever. But hey, who knows? They may, guys. They may now. It would be so great to have the women of the comics to actually be coaches. You know, Cheryl Swoop says she don't mind. She in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It would be so great to have that type of coaching staff. Let's do it all the way. Black women coaches on one team.
Yes.
I promise you, that's a championship team. And this is no shade, because I love diversity. Don't get me wrong, guys. We're just keeping the main thing of why we don't see no black women coaches in there. It's not that they're not qualified. They just intimidate the men that have those major male egos.
Yeah.
Because that's the period, because they have it. You mean to tell me
man bun?
They let man bun come in there, and then on top of that, okay, if you all that Dallas organization, no shade, Dallas organization, I'm just calling this out. I'm just saying this. You had to bring a vet in there. You had to bring a black woman vet in there to say, hey, look, this is how it goes. This is what y'all should do. And they wind up winning the game. Why isn't she on the coaching staff? Why isn't she the coach of that team? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Don't try to play our vets, and know our vets. I've covered these vets, Brooklyn, and they are passionate about the game. So they're not gonna turn nothing down about, you know what I'm saying, giving the players pointers and all that stuff. They're not gonna turn that down. They'll be happy to go over there and do those kind of things, you know?
Yeah. And I think that me personally, I think that having this disparity and bringing about this conversation and just talking about it, it brings light to what it is. You know what I mean? I feel good that I'm able to come up here and tell you guys and really shine a light on, I know we love the love. We love the love on Angel, right? We love the love on Asia, right? We love the love on Olivia and all of the different ones, and Stewie and different ones that is a part of this game. But I have to keep it real with you guys. Despite a player pool that is roughly 65% to 70% black, the WNBA currently features 0 black female head coaches across its franchises. This strikingly disparity marks only the 3rd time in the league's 30-year history, and the first since 2020. That season has tipped off without a single black woman at the helm of a team. The lack of representation highlights a jarring disconnect in leadership, Kathy Engelberg, comparing to both the league demographics and its historic coaching milestones. The issue involves several key dynamics. The decline of representation. Just a few years ago, in 2022, black women held exactly half, 6 out of 12, of the league's head coaching positions. Over subsequent seasons, high-profile departures such as dismissal of Tanisha Wright in Atlanta, Teresa Weatherspoon in Chicago, and recent Noelle Quinn by Seattle Storm rapidly reduced the number to 0. In international argument, former Seattle Storm head coach Noelle Quinn, who has served as a black female head coach in 2025, has publicly criticized the current climate. Following a non-renewal of her contract, Quinn stated that the near total absence of black coaches in the league is not by accident, and called it international. It says the hiring trends, the league has seen rapid turnover with a massive influx of new head coaching hires across the expand 13 plus teams footprint. Many of these recent openings have been filled with white men and international coaches, sparking heavy criticism from analysts, former players who point out the highly qualified Black female assistant and consistently being overlooked for the top jobs in the WNBA. Historical context across nearly 3 decades, only 22 Black women have ever been hired as a WNBA coach. Analysts argue that the pipeline for former WNBA players, many of whom are Black, the transition in coaching and management has been severely fractured. A list of prominent Black assistant coaches currently is in the WNBA, considered not having a top job in that regiment. A deeper look into the historic breakdown of head coaching diversity in the league's 30 years has produced an impotency on the subject. You guys, what I'm saying is the truth, man. I have to bring it, and I made sure that I brought real information to you guys. Real information.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to chuck it there as we enjoying this and enjoying our team and enjoying Angel over there. Why ain't it a Black woman teaching her? Why ain't that coach over there able to actually, we can't really even feel him. We keep it real. As much as we can't feel Tyler Marsh, we can't feel him either. Everybody trying to work with him. I hear all of y'all on the podcast. I do. Y'all trying to work with this.
I be working with Carl. I'm sorry.
You know it's the truth. I'm hitting you right in your chest with this. I'm putting it right on your forehead with this. Everybody, oh, well, you know, Smith, and then, you know, Jose Fernandez, you know. I mean, y'all trying to work with this bullshit that they give you. Stop it, man. Call it a thing is a thing, even though the thing is trying to be wiped away. A thing is a thing. We keep it a buck over here. And this is why, you know what I'm saying, ADP, I'm so glad that you were part of this, because you came to mind and you just, that's how we so much, we talked about this off screen. We so linked in and locked in that this subject cannot be looked over.
No, it can't, because we don't have any. And it's crazy because they wiped us out. You know what I'm saying? The minute that money,
they swallowed you right in front of your face.
They completely said, no, we want them all out. We don't want them getting none of this. And at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? The coaches, they still wouldn't have mattered. Well, it does matter about what they would get paid, but they would have took it, guys, no matter what, because they love the game. And when you love the game and you got that dog, and you remember Swin Cash is a dog, Teaspoon a dog, Cynthia Cooper a dog, Cheryl Swoops a dog, you know, Lisa Leslie is a dog. You got all these dogs, all these women that have made history, you know what I'm saying, that could be coaching.
Yes. And the thing is that it's so bad when you don't hire a GOAT. Lisa,
right.
It's so bad. Of one of the greatest of all time, and they
had to play different, bro, Claude. You know what I'm saying? They the way the ladies playing now ain't nothing like the Detroit Sharks and the women had to play. You know what I'm saying? They had to go out there and get it and hustle and bustle to get it. So you know they know the tricks and the trades of how to play the ball and run those courts.
Man,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
This is actually true. That's my whole thing. I'm so passionate about it, and me being a girl's dad and an uncle, you know what I mean, a girl's uncle, you know what I mean, and a cousin and a brother, you know, me personally, I don't like division anyway, ADP, you know me, you know, you give me when it's division, You know me already personally. I get real messed up about it. You know what I mean? And then my side eyes on your ass. You know what I mean? And I know that we as a collective have worked so hard, and the people that died, you know what I mean, that came here and died to make we was supposed to stick together and be together. You find some little negative ways to find out how to separate and divide and conquer, you know what I mean, the pool that God made for us. You got what I'm saying? So I'll be looking at it be us too. You know what I'm saying? Find a reason why we should fall out with each other when there ain't fall out with if there ain't no WNBA black coaches. How about that? You fall out with that. How about, you know, you got black men talking about black women and how glorifying the other colors, nationalities are all over them, and embarrassingly putting them on Front Street as if they're crybabies and whiners. When there's then natural disparity. Go ahead.
And then too, bro, Clark, for me, I'm speaking for me, guys. Far as the W organization, I do not like, because they're forever money over people, right? But for an organization like Unrivaled, I love Unrivaled because of the diversity, because of what they did. The minute the W said, hey, no, we don't want no black head coaches, they picked those coaches up immediately and had them to be able to play in Unrivaled. But we get to see so much more dog and so much the basketball we want to see without the blow of the whistle. It is getting ridiculous because they're bringing those habits to the W from the NBA, where we can't even completely watch a game without the stop and go. You know what I'm saying? So you know, and look, Rival don't stop. They don't just recruit just in that particular time frame. They already got the recruiting set up. We're gonna get all the great players over there, and they take care of those players. You know why they take care of those players? Because they're players themselves that started it. So this is where it makes a difference when you have head black coaches in the league. They can relate because they've been through it. They know how to do the dog fights. They know what it takes to do this. You think they seen it? You think new players coming in didn't have a foundation where they had to start from? Everybody got to start from somewhere, and the foundation is the women of the league, the black women that's in the league that were players, and now they were coaches, and now we don't have any in the W. We have assistant coaches. Renika is assistant coach, or whatever. She over there rooting. Renika had Angel. Do you know how that would be too? I'm just saying. Like she said, Angel, she had no problem with giving Angel her flowers. She like, Angel gonna be my record. No problem, no jealousy, no envy, no strife. It's a lot of coaches like that. They need that. You know what I'm saying, in the W. Unrivaled already got it. You know what I'm saying? Unrivaled already got it, and it's got the people. So the W got to be careful. You know what, guys? You know what the W did? And I'm not this what I seen on threads today, bro, Clark. You know what they did? Oh, Angel dropped this. Oh, she had a great game. But we don't see you saying nothing about what you're gonna do about the problem or whatever. You know why, bro, Claude? If you check and you go back to the Candace Wiggins story, she had a situation and she talked about it. Do you know they pushed it aside? They had like maybe 4 or 5 players that said, no, we didn't have that experience, which is okay. They was like, we didn't have that experience, so we didn't see that, but they never investigated and they never talked about it. They never investigated and said nothing, but they, you know what I'm saying, they bullied that girl and allegedly. But in everything that she was saying, bro, Claude, she was talking more of the dating and being straight from, part of the dating pool or being married, to same sex or not being married to same sex. She wasn't married to same sex or whatever, right. At the time. So she was talking about that and how, difference of opinion can play a role, you know what I'm saying, in the basketball world. So we're seeing, but yes. And so guess what?
He was forced out.
Now, yeah. And guess what? Now we're seeing everything that she was talking about. It is happening with our players. So there is some truth. And what I was trying to explain to everybody today, bro, Claude, when they don't want to make a comment, when they don't want to research on it, why wouldn't you want to research for the truth? Why wouldn't you want to tell the people that it's not true? Because it's some stuff to that. There's some stuff to it.
Yes.
So, history, I hear, we hear people, guys, say history repeats itself. The same way they tried to put us last is the same way we getting ready to be first. And everything they try to take away, we come and we get triple, double of it back. So I'm just sitting and watching how it's repeating. So if the W don't want to appreciate the black coaches, Rivals sure do.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And ESPN Shanae Ogumake calls out the lack of black female coaches. This was an article in 11/24 in November. She was called it out because she got pissed off when Chris DeMarco over there, who we was just talking about, got his job. It says the growth of the WNBA has experienced the last couple of seasons has been tremendous, but that doesn't mean everything is sunshine and rainbows. And the most notable issue that continues to plague them is the underrepresentation of female coaches in the league. However, ESPN analyst Shanae Ogumake noted a stark lack of intersectionality leading to the dearth of black female coaches. Ogumake has felt this way for quite some time, but she had to say something after the New York Liberty hired Chris DeMarco as the team's next head coach, right? DeMarco will make the jump to the WNBA after 12 seasons with the Golden State Warriors. This hiring has continued a new trend within the WNBA head coaching space, which Ogumake has taken notice of. There's a new pipeline for coaches. It's the NBA. Ogumake said it in an Instagram reel. By no means does Ogumake hate the move. In fact, she believes some positive comes from DeMarco's hiring. For a very long time, people thought that the standard for meaningful opportunity in this industry was being associated with the NBA, Ogumake added. Thankfully, that is no longer the case. It's great that more people respect the view of the WNBA for what it is, high-level basketball league. Ironically, for the league that is for women, there is a ranging issue which lead lack of female representation, roles, and authority. Out of the 15 current WNBA teams, coaches, only 7 are women. The most alarming is that there was only one black female head coach in the entire league last year, which is she's gone. But following her firing, the number now stands to 0, a number which Ogumake believes to be unacceptable. Clearly, all eyes are on the WNBA and its head coaches, but I hope we also never forget who helped pave the way, Ogumake said. Now, the easy rebuttal that most people will have is that these teams just choose the best available option. You're a liar. However, that's not necessarily the case, since there are incredible black women across the WNBA and NBA who are more than deserving of the opportunity. Christy Tolliver, Brianna January, Kriana Christmas, Christmas Kelly, Lindsay Harding, who is currently with the Los Angeles Lakers, Ogumake listed. Those are only a few names off the top of her head of black women with tremendous minds worthy of opportunity in the W. You know what I'm saying? So listen, y'all. I can't play with this, and I'm not going to play with it. And this subject should have already been nipped in the bud. But we seeing, you know, as I'm looking, I'm like, they really think that they're going to get away with this without Bro Claude saying something about it. Well, I'm bringing it to the table. I'm bringing it to the light. I'm glad you're here with me, ADP, to do whatever we need to do to make sure that we make it known and understood that these women are in tears.
Yeah.
Of the disparity that we sit there and say they whining. They're not whining. They're just going ahead and telling you exactly what happened to them. Exactly how it happened to them. Exactly how it played out for them. You understand? Here you go, guys. A little bit more, and then we're going to go to the next subject.
Before I took the head job with the national team in 2023, like, I had no idea what I was walking into. We won the tournament, and it was after the game. They were like, "Coach, you know what you just did?" I was like, "Yeah, we won the tournament. We were four-time champions." Like, "Yeah, we just did that." "No, Coach, you're the first coach to coach a national team in all of Africa ever." And I'm 31 years old at the time. I'm like, what? There has not ever been a woman's head coach in Africa. Obviously, we're fighting what we're fighting here in the States, but we're light years behind where I'm from. So days that I want to quit, I'm like, I can't, because there's a whole continent behind me looking at me. So it's deep.
To then get out of the group stage at the Olympics and kind of widen that narrative even more and kind of create more history, how did that feel for you?
Another, surreal moment. When you're in it, you're grinding, so you don't think about it. But like when you look back, it's like, wow, it's amazing. It's only God.
I had that same feeling last year in the championship game, looking down the sideline, just in the midst of the game and seeing Teaspoon. It kind of like, even before the game, it kind of gave me chills, because it was just like, wow, coaching against another Black woman at the highest stage, especially after what she had just gone through in the WNBA. It was a moment of like, win or lose, I'm happy either way.
It's illegal to drive without car insurance in almost every U.S. state, but there's one thing you could try pretty much any time if you want to.
This shit is deep, y'all.
Basketball Club is the first unrivaled champion.
As we look at this upcoming season, how does this format kind of demand growth from you as a head coach?
I mean, it's all on you. It's my decision at the end of the day. I had an opportunity to build my roster. I got an opportunity to show up the way that I want to show up. If you want to be great at what you're doing, you have to challenge yourself. You have to want to grow. And that's what this opportunity at Unrivaled provides.
Yeah, and overall, it's a different game. Different strategy. Obviously, the players are coming here trying to grow their game individually as well in preparation for a national team, overseas, whatever it is. 3-on-3, space, like all of these other things that just challenge you as a coach to think outside the box.
Get back. 10 minutes cleared and you go and get it.
Running back with the chance. Why wouldn't I? Greatness. I want good. You want good, you're in the wrong place.
Can we go around and can you guys describe your teams in a single word? A single word comes to mind. Let's start over here with Irina.
One word?
One word.
That ain't gonna work for my
right. Authentic.
Ooh, good
we're passionate. We're genuine.
We said
fire.
Keep going.
Youthful. It's the youth movement.
You all see my roster, right? So there's a level of incredible personalities, but what I do enjoy about them is there's a level of love for one another that I truly enjoy.
Yeah, I would say my group is competitive. Everything is a competition with them, but it's a friendly competitiveness within the group, but then like the ultimate competitors anytime they're going against anybody else.
I have 2 words for my team. They are super competitive and they are lit.
As we concluded the interview.
So I just wanted to put some eyes on this, man, and let y'all see, man. I had to give a shout out to all of the women, across the world. And definitely, I appreciate you, ADP. And just giving it up to you, Keisha and Tony, being the women that have been consistent on the panels, Miss D, also Sister Fee, and all of the different ones that come, Tiffany Cole, Camilla, Baby Page, all, You know what I'm saying? You know, all of the ones who have been with us from the beginning, but especially you holding down on the panel, and we were saying, come on, ADP, come on, come on, come on. You're like, I don't know, bro, Cloud. I don't know if I'm like, come on, baby. Let's do it.
Yep.
We can do
Tim
it.
K. up in Brooklyn.
I'm not gonna leave you. I'm not gonna leave you. I ain't gonna leave you. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I encourage. A lot of people don't know this about me though. And, you know what I mean? Behind doors, and I don't really even. It's been 2 years since we even talking about it. You got what I'm saying?
Right,
but
right.
I'm highly encouraged of females getting involved in their own spaces. You got what I'm saying? Yes.
Right.
I had to be here because Angel Reese had a disparity of security. She had a disparity of Black men saying good things about her. She had a disparity of someone saying, hey, I got your back. So Asia had the same problem. And most of the young ladies that is in the WNBA, but we've seen this right here now. We see all these new podcasts, these podcasters popping up now all of a sudden. You know what I mean? I understand y'all love Angel and coming up and you popping up and saying you've been here. No, we talking about the ones who started off with Angel. It's a different class. It's the ones, it's the 2, 3, 4, 5 podcasts that had Angel back in the beginning. And then, of course, us who expanded us, we was the second generation, right? ADP. We was the second generation in 2024 of coming. And then, of course, now that Angel has left the Chicago Sky, you got a whole nother type of tribe that's behind Angel, which we always welcome. You know what I mean? You know, they welcomed us over in Atlanta. They say we here, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We here. Hey, I appreciate you, Dennis. I appreciate you. You know, we here. We're here. And this was something that we had to take heed of. I'm glad that you came. I'm glad that you support me because that's what you do.
Always.
I wanted to talk about something that was off, and I knew I threw some people off today. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm always excited to talk about some basketball, but I'm always going to point out the injustice. I'm always point out the injustice. And that's just the way, when I started out, just like ADP said, I used to be at least 2 or 3 times a week talking about, you know, the Black disparities. You know what I mean? But I had to come more and more into the actual format because, guys, I'm just being honest with you. You know, I take this real serious and I want to be as real to you guys as I can and give my truthful opinion. If I'm right or wrong, you know, if ADP don't matter if she right or wrong, it's just her opinion. It's just the way we think as individuals and the way we see things. You know what I mean? There's no such thing as right or wrong when it comes to an opinion. I'm gonna just stay with that.
Right.
We could disagree. You know what I'm saying?
And then also you know what I'm saying? What I was saying is history is a part of you. History is a part of your show, but you're not an inbox person. So being that you're an outbox person, you're able to, say, hey, I started off with this history, but I know ball. I mean, you hitting it from the women and the men, and then you turn around and hit the history. That's universal. You know what I'm saying? And you have to be universal. Like, you know, for me, out of the group, I take it back to, I was telling the chat today, I take it back to what K-Sap told me when he was showing me how to do my channel. And he said, ADP, you need to use your art. And he knew sometimes I get really nervous, guys, and stuff like that. He said, ADP, you're overthinking. You got this. Use your art. And some people think that art is just about drawing pictures and stuff. We are art. I didn't understand the full message of what he was saying until I found my way. And so while it's a balance with this community, you have, you know, K-Sap, Keisha, Miss D, Tony, Duvall, they're gonna talk about those stats and, you know, and break stuff down, and they're gonna talk about the different, you know, situations going on. As in, for me, I'll talk a little bit about the game, but I'm bringing the history. And I'm telling you, when since I've started doing the history, YouTube has been coming at me in different types of ways the minute I started doing the history of the women of basketball. And everything that I've talked about, guys, has come where the vets are getting more chances, whether they're analysts or whatever. Then I just did a show on Venus and Serena. Guess what? They're doing a match coming up soon. So, I had to I didn't know what I was doing when I was doing it until I got a name for it. But I was like, hey, I want to understand my players. I'm researching my players because when we all started, Brooklight and them used to have it, hey, these are the rookies to watch out for. And you can look at the stats when they doing it, be like, oh, this person is good. But if you don't do the research on those players, you never will understand why they play the way they play, why they start this, where did they start at? You know what I'm saying? Who was coaching them? Let me go back, and you have to go back. Even though I may not know all the rotations and the stats, I'll go back. You got to go back. Big girl will say, hey, ADP, go back and look at all the Angel games. Go back and look at this game. Go back and look at this game. You have to do that so that when you're talking about the history, you have to bring the game into it. Right. And so I found my way with talking about the women's history and the mental health. And then when I get on the panels, I'm able to talk about, hey, this play or that play because of the people that brought me into this community and made me feel welcome. They knew, they understood me. They know how I am, guys. I'm in that corner. I'm nurturing. And, sometimes I would get a little nervous, but they knew how to ask me the questions and to bring it out of me. So it's a good thing in what we're doing. Brooklight, don't stop being you. You have music history. Sometimes I see people doing it all the time on the social medias. Let me tell you the story about this. Let me tell you the story about this time. Being in the industry is no joke. It's not easy like people think. And the things that you went through, that might be somebody today going through the same stuff. So you guys, you got to give it up. For Brooklight. I know we be in the chat going back and forth and messing with Brooklight, but Brooklight has a gift. He has a gift with this his show, The Crash Out. Nobody can do no crash out like that. Nobody can copy that. That's original type of crash out stuff. And if you follow Brooklight, kudos to you, Brooklight, because Brooklight in the beginning, he likes to use a lot of creative language. Like he would tell your head off with creative language, right? He would say, AP, pray for me, take out your Bible, keep it, cover your ears. When I would come in the
I didn't get better.
But because, guys, he respects K-South. He respects what K-South did, and he respects the people of the community and the chat. Brooklight don't do that, all that creative language like he used to. Y'all think y'all getting a little bit here and there? Oh no.
Y'all go back.
It was deep. He did not play, and it's okay to use your creative language. It's not wrong with that. You know what I'm saying?
I was NWA. I was in NWA.
He was, but now, guys, his creative language has, calmed down. And a lot of that is passion. A lot of that was passion. And hey, I want you guys to understand this. I want you to get this, because he was deep down talking about that history. He'll joke with you and have the games and all that kind of stuff, but he wanted you guys to get the foundation of everything that, we're dealing with and stuff like that. And you have to include that. So you guys got it. Brooklight, people are not just coming to your shows because of just you being Brooklight. No, you're more than that. You are Brooklight is the king of the house, even though honey, you get that crown, honey. You run it fast, right?
Yes.
But he has a gift for it. He runs, he constantly on the shows, guys. Morning, noon, and night. Brooklight be working, he be doing his thing. So when he come at you, don't come at him the wrong way. He just doing his thing because he's passionate. Yes.
I love you. Listen, I appreciate my sister, because that's why I always say, you, Tony, Keisha, y'all the mothers of the ship, and you know, Miss D. Shout out to Miss D. But you know, a lot of things.
Yeah, Miss D was hanging with Bro Cloud when he was doing the AM shows.
Right. That was my friend. Listen, when I was doing them late shows, hey, Miss D was right there. So I give a shout out to Miss D, who was
and
there.
Big Girl.
Yeah, 2 o'clock in the morning, and Big Girl was there, you know, telling me to, hey, straighten up, wake up. You looking sleepy. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I had a lot of, you know what I mean? I had a lot of people support me, you know, Riddick Milky Way, and you know, all of the, you know what I mean, her active life. You know, I appreciate everybody that was here. She wins, my niece always being right by my side, T. Camilla, you know, all of y'all, Sister Donna Cox from the beginning, Aunt Dix, you know what I mean? All of the brother, Sister Victory that give. Sister Victory give ADP. She be giving to the channel. And I'll be like, damn, let me make sure let me remember that Sister Victory then gave. So I appreciate you so much. It's a bullhorn time.
I think he got us with that. But Bro Cloud, you know what God has blessed us to do. And guys, look, you see how we can come together. Bro Cloud is Muslim, and you know I'm a Christian or whatever. But you see how I could talk to Bro Cloud and say whatever, and he doesn't stop me. He doesn't have a problem with it. He doesn't put me down, nor am I gonna put him down for believing what he believes. But you see how it grows and how we have established a family with our chat. We got relationships in the chat. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta let them know though, ADP. I'm a black Muslim. Okay.
Excuse me, guys. Excuse
I'm
me.
A black
okay,
Muslim.
clock
I
it.
believe in Christ. I'm a black Muslim, though. You know
clock it, guys. Sorry, Bro Cloud. My bad.
A lot of people don't, but a lot of people don't know that the disparity. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, you know, we're more the same than unalike.
Yeah.
I'm saying we're more the same. So getting to know me, I don't like, you know, like I told you before on the offset, I don't like to talk about religion, the color, the racial thing so much, or the politics, right? But those are things that has to be talked about because we're living in this world and everything is political, right? We're talking about political situation and the political stands right now in the WNBA that has taken a straight turn about face on black women in its total. No black woman in this league at all. So I would say this, ADP, we got to get up in the morning.
Yeah.
I gotta be up at 10. ADP. Hey, we be burning the oil, and I'll be forgetting that I gotta get up again at 10. So Big Girl be like, "Oh, you late again? You know."
Yeah, you do be late, Gummy. We know Bro Cloud be late. I mean, we understand, but yeah, you be late because if I'm doing, I'll talk to you about that. But yeah, you do be late sometime, Gummy. And then he'll declare he ain't late. Everybody be in the chat like, we're Bro Cloud and stuff. And Big Girl be like, you know, he gonna be 30 minutes late. So
I be having a lot to do. You know,
yeah, you do.
I had a grandbaby to tend to, a business to tend to, and all types of other stuff. And
I know that's why I was telling them, Bro Clyde, you know what I'm saying, to be nice because they have no idea what
they don't know. You know, but
behind closed doors. Yeah, because I got my baby still trying to do the,
your baby here, you trying to do whatever. You're
hustle,
right.
Man.
Right.
I'm telling you, a lot of stuff I be watching Bro Cloud too. Bro Cloud never stops hustling. He never stops. Like he be on it. Y'all better give him them super chats. He ain't playing with y'all. Y'all better drop them super chats. Okay? The same way y'all be running in here, running them super chats up.
Hey, you so now y'all telling me I'll be watching y'all. So y'all telling me y'all don't like me? y'all saying that okay, I ain't good enough for a couple of little coins. No, but I appreciate him.
Yeah, he appreciate everything, guys, for real though. Regardless of whether you do or not.
Yeah, you I always do. You don't owe me anything, but at this particular time, my baby, we gonna get the hell up off here. Are you coming on tonight?
No, I'm not coming on tonight because tomorrow, I'm trying to. So, what I'm doing is I'm doing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm working 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. because I need to get my stuff trademarked. So,
Okay.
And some stuff with my business and stuff like that. So, we're trying to do that. And then,
all you got to do is look my name up, and then there's a lawyer there. You can just call him for a trademark.
yeah, okay. Because I know you were saying it was 500 and stuff. So we like got to get my son ready for college and all that kind of stuff. So it's just a lot of little stuff. But yeah. So tomorrow I'll be with you guys in the chats and stuff like that. But 10 o'clock I'll be at work to 5 in the morning. But I don't do weekends. I don't do weekends and stuff. So. But yeah, we'll get
10 in the morning to 5 in the morning.
Yeah, and still be up doing shows, right? I just started though. I just started for I might just do it for the summer. I don't know yet. Okay. I haven't decided. I just didn't want to. Yeah, I know. That's a superwoman, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, ADP.
But I only do 3 days. I do 3 days. That's it,
okay.
Bro.
That's cool. That's cool. I'm 24 hours every day, so shit.
Yeah, I'm saying, along with my art stuff and doing that too, because you gotta hustle. You gotta have more than one trade, guys. You gotta have something else. You gotta have more than one thing. And sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to, take care of your business and stuff like that, because you still got that to take care of. So you got them gifts. You gotta use them gifts. They feed the household.
Yeah. I also want to give a shout out to those who've been buying the album and also supporting my music and downloading those music and spending that dollar just to get whatever song that you like. Royalties is real. I get all my royalty checks. Nobody get my royalty checks. I get my own royalty checks.
Bro Clark, is you because I tried to when I didn't do it on TikTok and Threads, but I wanted to put your music to the little Michael Jordan
YouTube. It's all good. It's all good.
But I couldn't find it on the how YouTube you can use their songs, like you post a picture, you can add a song to it. Mm-hmm. I couldn't find you on the YouTube.
I'm on there. You just gotta put
you up there.
You gotta spell it. Got to do a particular song. So
maybe I was spelling it wrong.
If you go to the catalog, it's there. You just
you
put my whole name in there and then just put in this. That's one of my songs. All the rest of the songs gonna pop up on YouTube.
Yeah, because I got you. I was like, I could find you. I got you on my Apple Music, and I can find you on TikTok and Instagram. But when I was looking up to add you to the song on the YouTube, I couldn't find it, so I might have been spelling it wrong.
You got to spell it right too. GINGAHBREAD, and then man, I'm on all the platforms.
Okay.
Hey, chat, I sold 1 million records. I'm on everything.
I know that's right. That's right.
Listen, turn on your notifications every time we drop a hot banger. Like, share, and subscribe. Please go over to ADP Creations. Hit the like button, subscribe.
Yes.
ADP Creations. We are in the building. We will be doing this at least once or twice a month on these type of shows, and the disparity of what's going on here in our own social diameter in the Black community. I want to tell everybody, I thank you for what you've done. I thank you for what you do, and I thank you for what you will do. And as always, look, meet me in the morning, 10 a.m. Shut up, ADP. 10 a.m.
11 o'clock, guys. 11 o'clock. 12 o'clock. 11 or 12 o'clock.
Meet me in the morning. Shut up, she wins. Hey, in the morning, and I leave as I came.
Bye, guys.
My sisters is so messy. Hey, y'all, love out. Shout out to Chicago.
The Chicago, nigga.
All the day long, and all my people and family that support. We grand and hard.
my prime.